Hey guys, how you doing? This is GHN1 Blogger, and I'm here with the one, the only L Selector. Just give us a few seconds. We're gonna give it a countdown, and we're gonna get back into this. All right. So just stay tuned. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Ghana's number one blogger, and I'm here with my guest host once again, L Selector. Guys, you already know what it is. I'm gonna present you the topic just now, but yeah, let me bring in our selector. Our selector, man, how you doing this evening?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Stella. Just here. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We got back to Ghana national team, of course. We're gonna also talk about some of that Team USA Canada, the matchups that happened between those two teams as well. There may be some breaking news popping off with Ghana, so looking forward to that. I know you're gonna have some information, maybe some stuff, some intel. People may need to know, and just your daily soccer report. Just give me that World Cup qualifying info that you need. Trying to break down what's going on. And for those who don't know, we did do the Euro Cup. We did do Copa America as well. We tapped up a bit on that too. But now we're going to talk about World Cup qualifier and potentially African Cup of Nation that's happening this winter. In some places it may be hot season or summer. But it's your guy El Selector. I am here. Thank you again for having me, and let's start.
Yeah, all right, guys. Breaking news coming out of Ghana media, the Ghana Football Association to be precise, is their coach by the name of CK Akono is set to be fired on Friday. Apparently, Friday, the Ghana Football Association's leadership is actually going to have an executive meeting tomorrow. And basically, it's a usual meeting that they have to basically talk about what's going on in the Ghana Football Association, what things need to be done. And essentially, a part of the meeting is for them to make a decision if they're going to get rid of CK Akono. And let's be honest, his coaching record with the Ghana national team has been less than flattering. On top of that, from what I can remember, he's been in the job at least a year. And I believe he only has 2 to 3 wins to his belt, with a few ties and many losses. Um, Especially with the last performance that Ghana had, losing to South Africa 1-0 by a stupidly mistake that allowed South Africa to score. But you know what? Before I really get into the nitty gritty of this, let's pass it over to El Selector. So, El Selector, hearing this news from the Ghana higher ups, as in the Ghana Football Association, that they're going to go to a vote tomorrow in terms of if they should sack CK Okono or not. How do you feel about this, and do you feel Ghana's coach should be sacked?
Um, as of right now, personally, how do I feel about them sacking? I think it will make sense depending on who they hire, if you get where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on who they hire is the marquee and the main conversation, just because of the fact that that's how we're going to be able to tell what direction Ghana is going. Because as of right now, the team, yes, they did be able to beat Ethiopia, but they lost 1-0 to South Africa in a lackluster performance. And this is World Cup qualifier. They didn't make the last World Cup that happened, so it's kind of like um, we got to get to the nitty gritty. We got to figure out what's what and what's going to happen. 2018 they didn't get a chance to make it, so we need to know if this team is ready or this team is not ready. So, you know, firing the coach is it, or is it going to help make Ghana more progressive? I don't know. I can't tell you, to be honest with you, just because of the fact that we don't know what this team is going to look like in the coming several months. You see what I'm saying? With a new coach, the FA has a the FA the FA if listen, if the FA sacks this guy and then this guy isn't able, the new guy they bring in isn't able to secure at least a World Cup qualifier, I think it's time they sacked everybody in that building, including the top executives for Ghana FA.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
So my thing is this. The way I look at the situation with the Ghana national team,
Mhm.
there's a lot of things that are going on. Definitely, the association is a big deal. The
Mhm.
reason why I say the association is a big deal is because, again, I feel like we're having the same kind of issues that we had with the past administration, as in Kwesi Nantechi. A lot of people may forget, but there was a game at the end of the season in the Ghana Premier League where two teams, I believe it was Inter Allies and another squad, um, they were involved in match fixing. And what happened was the captain of the team was actually benched Inter Allies as a result because he heard that there's going to be fixing. And as a result, he came in the second half and scored two own goals on his own team. So to me, that tells me something again, that the same issue of match fixing we've had in Ghana football still hasn't changed. All it is the administrators have changed, but it's still the same issue. Again, now coming to Ghana national team, I feel like they've just put CK Akono in place simply because they can control it. Again, I keep saying this over and over again, that the powers that be with the Ghana Football Association, I just feel like they don't know what they're doing. Like, again, the Ghana national team, I feel like they're worse off since 2014. We haven't seen anything special from the Ghana national team since then. The lack of performances don't just talk about, how do you call it, the on the pitch product. We're even talking about the administrative product. Like, it's not working out. Now let's bring it back to the coach. Again, I've said it time and time again. The guy's tactically impotent. He doesn't know what he's doing. Question is that, is it the German technical director that the Ghana Football Association hired? Is it the third assistant coach? I forget the white guy's name, but is he an issue? Yes. We have a second coach in David Duncan also, but no blame or anything goes on him. Yes, I get it. He's a part of the whole system. But to me, I'm just like, guys, what are we doing? How is it guys like me, number one blogger and L selector, are watching games and seeing where's the tactics? Why is Ghana folding back? Why is not Ghana attacking? Like, I just feel like everything is confusing. Another thing I even noticed is that one of the players, he's a local player actually, by the name of Fatal Mohammed. He actually had the audacity to say that he was scared when he saw the pitch. And what pitch he's talking about is the one in South Africa, FMB Stadium. Again, this is another part of the conversation that we can have for later, but that's a psychological thing. You got to psych yourself up. Even as a coach, you got to be able to do that with your guys. If that's not possible, he shouldn't even be on the pitch. He shouldn't even be on the bench. But again, I digress. Let's get back to this. Personally, I think they should sack CK Akono. Reason being is it could be there's too many people in his ears. He seems he doesn't know what he's doing. Um, Another thing I see that's a big issue with this guy is all these questionable call-ups. Random guys that I haven't even seen before playing third tier, fourth division. Guys, coming to play with the Ghana national team. Like, come on. We need top players. And then at one point, your captain, Andre Ayew, was playing the second division of England. And that's your captain, bro? Like, Ghana, we need to get serious about football. The way I look at it is this. Ghana needs to stack that dude on Friday because we're looking at, we can't afford to lose any more games in this World Cup qualifying. We can't afford to have an abysmal, yes, I said it, an abysmal performance at the next African Cup. And if we don't make this African Cup, yo, that's going to be a problem. Just like El Selector said in the past conversation, if Ghana doesn't make this World Cup, it would be 10 years since the Ghana national team has graced the pitches of the World Cup. Bro, we need to make Qatar 2022. Again, El Selector said, in terms of what coaches should we bring in to actually strengthen the Ghana national team, I'm going to pose the question to him, and then I'm going to bring it back to me about coaches that, you know, we should bring in the national team setup that will actually help Ghana. El Selector, go ahead.
Yeah, as far as coaches go, man, oh man, this one's tough because when it comes to the coaching standpoint, we don't really we don't really know, to be honest with you. We don't know who's the best guy because as of right now, what will a coach need? In some instances, sometimes the coach may want more say. He may want more say in what goes down with the actual FA as well. So, and then also too, when the coaches, I don't want to hire a coach and this team is not capable of winning for that coach and then just getting that coach sacked. This is sometimes, in some instances, it's not the coaches, it might be the players you need. As far as this guy goes, yeah, hey, yeah, he needs to go because he's incompetent. But when it comes to the new guy, who could we hire? Maybe potentially, I would say a guy who can galvanize the players, a guy who can spiritually uplift the players, a guy who can motivate the players, a former player potentially, maybe a guy out in Europe, maybe a guy out in yeah, Eastern or Western Europe. Maybe a guy from the United States. Maybe a guy from even South America. But listen, even maybe a guy who's well respected, ex-national team player.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But at the same time, though, what are the players looking like? And that's the question. Are the players going to be able to play? Are the players competent? Are the players at the, because when you listen, it's great to have good players and solid players. And yeah, he's good. But now you're going up against the world. The world bringing their elite. For every decent player Ghana has, those countries have decent players too. And then they got good players, then they got great players, and then they got amazing players, and then they got excellent players, and then they got world-class players.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any world-class players. We may have one or two guys. But at the same time, though, one or two guys to play on your world team that's supposed to represent you against the world, it's tough, man. It's tough. So I don't know what's going on with Ghana development. I saw some good guys on the under 20. Was it the under 20 tournament we were watching?
Yeah.
The under 20. There was some great players there. But are they going to be able to develop accordingly? Are some of them able to step up and excel and play excellent because as of right now, the strikers are terrible.
Terrible.
No strikers. Just no elite strikers, no world-class strikers, none of that. So what are we going to do to fix that? I'll pass that over to my guest right there. He can answer that, or he can expound on.
Yeah. What do we need to do to strengthen our world-class strikers? Again, I've said it time and time again. First things first, what we should have done in 2010 when Asamoah Gyan was going off is that we should have got a panel of strikers to learn under the tutelage of a Samoa Giant. Because as he's phasing out, then they could come in. But again, remember, that's the past. But now I'm just saying the best thing they need to do is to get a strikers coach, somebody that has the ability to do the strikers' job to actually help these strikers mentally and actually even help their game. I mean, let's be honest. I think Andrea Pirlo would be a good fit, but again, that's a lot of money. The Ghana Football Association can afford, but let's be honest, they prefer not to spend that much amount of money. Um, my thing is this is again, I've seen it for years. And I'm definitely somebody that hasn't been outspoken about it, but I'm somebody that's more of a writer. I've wrote since 2010 that if Ghana did not find a striker behind a Samoa Giant, Ghana would be finished. They've relied on Jordan Ayew too much. And the problem is with Jordan Ayew, like I feel like he's a trust fund baby. No disrespect to him, but with his dad being the legend Abedi Pele, I think literally that guy, he's taking a piss when it comes to the national team. I can't lie. Truth is truth. Yes, I get it. Your dad is Abedi Pele, but you got to work harder. Let's be honest. In the 2014 World Cup, I don't know if you guys noticed, Ghana, I believe, was a 2-2 game between. No, actually, it was probably 2-1 at the time, where Ghana and Germany were going head to head. And Jordan Ayew could have made a pass to Samoa Giant, and that would have scored. But because he's very selfish, he decided, let me put the ball in the back of the net myself. And whatever he did didn't end up working out. And it's just like, guys, come on. It's about the nation. It's not about you. We need to bring it together. Um, we even had a guy like Richard Boachi Adom. I feel like the Ghana Football Association didn't even give him time to settle in. He would have been an amazing, I think he would have been an amazing striker for the Ghana national team. Again, right now, yes, we've always said that Ghana strikers have always been an issue. Who do we pick up now? Even me, myself, that always has been a sure of striker this. I'm not even sure what strikers we could possibly bring in. I think the only thing now is we need to bring in strikers and have the ability to develop them. Yes, we have guys like Kwame Opoku. We have Afriyie Banye. I feel like if we give him the reps and we do the necessary with those guys, I think we can pack a punch. But we need to develop them now because, to me, the fact that Ghana doesn't have strikers, we don't even deserve to go to the damn World Cup. We don't. Now, let me get back to Ghana. I think when it comes to me, the short list for the Ghana national team should be 3 coaches if CK Akono gets sacked, and I think he should. One should be Herve Reinhard. For those of you who don't remember Herve Reinhard, he actually used to be the physical trainer for the Ghana national team during 2008. He was under Coach Claude Leroy, who they call him the witch doctor of African football, the white witch doctor, whatever they call it. The reason why I'm saying that is if you look at his resume is self-explanatory. He has won 2 African Cup of Nations. He's won 1 with Zambia, and he's won 1 with Ivory Coast. And the funny part is, those 2 wins that he got winning the African Cup of Nations, both wins actually went through Ghana. So right there, that should tell you something. And then especially that he has been within the Ghana setup from 2008, that obviously should tell you that he does understand the Ghana lineup. Another coach that I would shortlist for the Ghana national team, again, I think Ghana should surely, truly consider bringing back Coach Avram Grant. A lot of you Chelsea guys definitely remember him from his heydays. You also remember him when he previously coached the Ghana national team in 2015 and brought the Ghana national team all the way to the final of the African Cup of Nations. And Ghana lost simply because we suck at penalty kicks. Again, that's an area that Ghana needs to get better. Penalty kicks, corner kicks, free kicks. These are these three areas. Three areas. Three. Um, I think Avram Grant is definitely a good fit for the Ghana national team. I think he totally understands what's truly going on. He was with the team for a short time, but look at how he had the ability to deliver a team to the final with not much time being given. Third shortlist, it's not a name, it's more the group of coaching talent within that country. I would say Serbia. Bringing in a Serbian coach would be a great idea for the Ghana national team because, as you know, back in the past, the first World Cup we went to, Ratmir Dukovic was our Serbian coach who brought us all the way to the round of 16. In 2010, we had trying to remember this coach's name. Yes, Goran Dry. Is it Goran something? He brought us all the way to the quarterfinals. So it. I think it would make sense because, again, a local coach for the Ghana national team, I don't think is going to work out. No disrespect to what's his name, Kwasi Appiah. It's just these guys are not trying to hear local coaches because I feel like with these local coaches, they have too much of the Ghanaian mentality in them, where it's like if a player ends up disrespecting them, it's going to be a huge thorn in the team side because there's this thing of holding a grudge. Oh, you're telling me this. What do you mean? Instead of like patching things up and being like, yo, you know what? We had a spot yesterday. It is what it is. That's not the way that you deal with a coach. But you know what? For next time, let's just let bygones be bygones. And always remember in the back of your head that you're not doing this job for yourself, but you're doing this job for your country and your team. Simple as that. It shouldn't be difficult. But just as our selector said, yeah, it just seems like the whole Ghana Football Association, it needs to clean house again because bro, something stinks in the Ghana Football Association, man, and they need to throw that garbage out. Our selector, how you feeling about all of that?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. You're spot on right now as far as that goes. Like, there's just so many errors. There's so many what do you call it? There's just so many issues that the Ghana FA has and the Ghana national team has that they need to repair in order for the team to move at the level that they're supposed to be moving with and with the world as well too. Because nowadays it's kind of like, hey, the talent pool is constantly changing, right? And other teams are going to get better and there's new guys coming up. And Ghana doesn't want to be one of those places where it's kind of like they become irrelevant, a thing of the past. We don't want a Senegal situation to happen to Ghana, where it's just kind of like, hey man, they made it in 2002, and then all of a sudden that was the end of that. Nobody ever heard from
Mm-hmm.
Senegal again. Senegal's been irrelevant ever since.
That's true.
And how many years ago was
Actually,
2002?
no.
That was almost
Can't
20
say
years ago.
Senegal has been irrelevant ever since because they were at the last World Cup, especially with Seydou Mane, Salif Keita, and they even made the final of the African Cup of Nations in more recent memory and lost 1-0 to Algeria.
Valid
So there
point.
has been some sort of a renaissance with them.
Yeah, valid point. There has been some sort of renaissance, but their impact just hasn't been the same though. Like their impact in the 2002 one was they made it to the final eight. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
They
and
made
they
it to the
only
final
lost
eight.
out to Turkey in extra
Exactly.
time,
Exactly. And
especially after beating France with the infamous 1-0 win. Shout out to Papa Budia Diop, Papa Buba Diop, who recently passed away last year. My condolences to him and his family. But continue.
yeah, so basically, hey, they haven't really been relevant since, and even nobody even remembers them in the last World Cup. Like ask somebody, hey,
Remember,
Senegal.
you're forgetting something. The last World Cup, they actually got eliminated by this new fair play rule. Funny enough, they had the same wins and losses with Japan, but with this new fair play rule, it turns out that they had more yellow cards than Japan. So as a result, they got eliminated, and Japan were moved on to the next round.
which is
It
pathetic.
was unfair,
It's
but what
pathetic.
can you do?
That's not that's just that FIFA needs to change that
They
garbage up.
need to.
They
It's
need to get rid of that. Yeah, if
to
you
me
can't, if
personally, I think they should have just made the teams play off for that.
that's it,
Yeah,
you play off for that, you figure out the winner. Don't come in there with
done.
more fouls and all stupid stuff. Things
Yeah,
that have
that was
th-
foolish.
that's foolish. But listen, Senegal though, like this is a team that kind of sure they've we can't disagree. We can't brush away the fact that they did make it to the World Cup, but they did take a big hit. They did take a big hit, and I would say in the 2000s, them and Ghana are the only teams to actually make it to the final eight. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
No other team has made it further past, and it's kind of like it's Ghana's responsibility to do that, to make it to the finals, or at least to the
Hmm.
final four, whatever the case may be. And a lot of people have hope in Ghana, but the problem is, do Ghana have hope in each other?
In themselves.
The problem with Ghana is there's no actual cohesion. They don't know how to work as a team at the FA board. The people on top don't know how to work as a team. They're not team. There's no leader. There's no team. It's just all individuals trying to play a role and just backdoors, and it's a mess over there. It's a mess, and it needs to be cleaned up. It needs a broom, a vacuum, and a dustpan and some water and soap, and just start cleaning that joint, and a mop, cleaning that joint so it's speckless, which smells good, it's clean, it's clear, and you could have new people come in there and start working and getting things done, because as of right now, it's just this place is stinking and it's not good. It doesn't look good at all. um I'm hoping we hear some good news tomorrow.
Hmm.
Give it some hours, we're going to figure out what's what, and that's basically what it boils down to. As of right now, we're all just kind of chilling. We're all waiting around and observing what they're going to do next. African Cup of Nation is here. Personally, I'm not happy with Ghana going to this African Cup of Nation. I don't even know what players they're going to bring over there. They
Because they
don't. I don't.
suck.
They're not ready for this tournament, and this tournament shouldn't even be on. No disrespect, but you can't have an African Cup of Nation and a World Cup and a pandemic year to combine. It's a recipe for disaster.
Mhm.
It's a recipe for disaster with all this traveling and league going on, and this going on, and this and contact tracing and all types of silly stuff going on. Not silly, but stuff going on. It's a recipe for disaster.
But you know,
So
the argument is gonna be, well, they held the Euro Cup the year after, so why not the African Cup? You know how
yeah,
people are.
yeah, the year after though, but not in the same year though. The World Cup and the African Cup and a global pandemic.
But let's make a case in point also. If you rewind all the way back to 2010 and before, the African Cup and the World Cup was being held the same year, which made no sense to me. Like I felt like, yo, that's triple football you're playing, because remember, you're playing club football, you're playing domestic league cups. On top of that, you're playing the how do you call it? The Euro League and the Champions League. So
Valid
that's a
point.
lot of football. That's a
Valid
lot of
point, but
mileage.
we do have to add in there's a global pandemic that's been going on for a couple of years now, and still no, still, I would say, still active and still continue to stay active. It ain't going anywhere anytime soon for those who are listening. So
Hmm.
like, we need to with Ghana's players, and listen, we don't have the infrastructure for our guys to be playing in this kind of reality right now. We don't even have the personnel to like even take this and to look at Argentina and Brazil. These are supposedly countries that are trying to get out of who are potentially maybe even third to second world countries, and
Hmm.
they're struggling in these times to get this thing fixated. You see what I'm saying? They don't even know what the hell is going on. So what makes people think these African clubs are gonna these clubs who are gonna figure out what the hell is going on? And even it's not safety reasons and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make no
But
sense. But
the argument now then,
mhm.
they shouldn't even play the Qatar 2022 if that's the
Nah,
case.
the Qatar 2022 must go down. That must go down. The reason why that must go down is because that's going to be it's going to be introducing something new and something different, very unique, never been done before. A lot of people are biting their nails, itching to see how it works. A lot of people are going to be taking notes down because this is something special that they're doing over there at
When
Qatar.
is this gonna be hosted next year? Because I remember
It's
it's
November.
more towards the wow
November. So
November.
yeah, it's gonna be something special though. It's gonna be something special. You know what I mean? We're gonna all be watching, biting our nails. Here in the autumn, it's gonna be autumn, but over there it's gonna be blazing hot. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So and hey, they paid, these guys, they put their money where their mouth is and they made sure that it's gonna happen. As far as this African Cup of Nation, every 2 years, they need to change that. It needs to be every 4 years. It needs to be every 4 years. We don't need the champion every 2 years because it's getting too redundant. And even a lot of other guys are kind of some players who know some players don't even feel comfortable playing in this tournament. So I mean, we've had cases with Kevin Prince and a lot of other guys who are in Europe, African players from Europe.
Joe Matip, who used to play
Exactly.
for Liverpool,
They,
refused to
they're
play
not
this
they're
year.
not they're not playing in that. They're like, I'm not coming every 2 years to play in that. Give it every 4 years. Give it some time. Put some science behind it as well. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Get the pitches on point. Get everything. Get the sponsorship at a higher level on points with more money. Get the TV deals where it's being broadcast globally. You see what I'm saying? Where people can turn on the TV and you can see it on the Sky Sports, the ESPNs, the Fox Sports, the BT Sports. You know what I mean? All the local sports is in the Americas and in the Europes and around the world. People are hungry for soccer. People love sports. People want things to watch. You know what I mean? But hey, you can get on these apps, the Zone and all these other companies. Even maybe get a deal with YouTube where it's being played live on YouTube. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And like there's so many ways of getting this thing done, but they got to do it properly. They're not doing it properly. Putting it smack down in the middle of freaking January or in the dog days of the winter in January. Nobody's checking for that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Teams are trying to figure out, okay, what do they need to do? The transfer window is closing up. This, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like the second transfer, like, come on, man. They got to figure this out, man. They got to get that. That tournament, man, is been going on for so long, and it's not evolving. It's not progressive. If it's not progressive in a world where we're moving towards different things and this tournament is still kind of stagnant, holds no weight. Kevin Prince Boateng said, I don't want to play in that.
You said it.
I don't blame him.
Saying that.
I don't blame him. People wonder why Ghana hasn't won since thing because the tournament's going on every 2 years. Top Ghanaian players are not going to play in that. You think you can get a Danny Welbeck to leave England and come play every 2 years in that? Come on, man. Like,
Let me throw you another issue that just actually came across. You know, the Ghana national team hasn't paid the coach his salary for at least 7 months, and on top of that, his assistant hasn't been paid. The funny thing about it is now they're saying that the um, assistant coach by the name of David Duncan has finally received his salary. And with the total of 7 months, he's received a salary of $70,000. Another thing too is the coach CK Akono. He was supposed to receive at least $20,000 a month, and now he's finally received all his salary. Again, what is it with African teams not paying salary on time? It's not just the coaches, it's the players too, not getting paid. What the fuck is going on in Africa right now, man? And it's not just now, it's always a situation. Do you remember the 2014 World Cup when they decided to fly a whole damn plane to Brazil from Ghana with mounds of money? Like, yo, El Selector, man. Yeah, chime in on this thing about African teams not paying their players and coaches on time.
this is what I keep saying. They're running this thing as if it's some sort of underground economy type thing. Listen, your FA is supposed to be almost ran as if it's like a corporation. You're a corporation basically. You got to pay the players. You got to pay the whatever you contractually You contractually negotiate with members of the staff and players. You need to pay them fairly, and you need to pay them when and how and dates that are supposed to be paid. You can't sit down here and pretend like, oh, it's listen, honestly, it's pathetic. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I keep saying. There's a lot of bull BS going on over there. It's pathetic. The fact that you haven't even paid the guy and the guy's sitting down there coaching and the guy's supposed to come up with how is he supposed to come up with game plans? He hasn't even received the check. How? Those are questions people got to ask. How do you you have guys who are disgruntled, who are not happy? How are they going to go out there and perform and put and actually come up with X's and O's and break down film and all this stuff if they're not even getting them themselves aren't even getting paid?
It's
You
true.
negotiate something with somebody, pay up what you negotiate. You're only worth what you can negotiate. He was worth what you thought he was worth, so give him his money. You don't sit down there and let a guy coach up, and not pay him a nickel or dime him or pay him a penny. That's pathetic. Where's the money going? Put the money in his account and move on. But the problem is these people, when they see money, money unmasks them and they show their true colors and they don't want to pay people. You see what I'm saying? It's not your money. Pay the people that you paid, you decided to play the guys and let them go. It was humiliating. It was one of the most disgraceful moments in World Cup history in Brazil. One of the most people around the world were laughing at Ghana, making
Weird.
Ghana look like an incompetent country. They're in the year 2000, in the 21st century. You had to fly a plane with money to go and give players, knowing that you can't even travel to any country. The max amount of money you could bring to any country is like $10,000.
Yeah, it's true.
So
I-
you're flying millions of dollars, and then it gets stuck in customs, and then their asses by law they could tax the money, so they could take the money out of it. Like, where's the logic where you could just literally just say, hey, okay, what's your bank account? You know what I mean? What's your bank account? What bank account do you use? Okay, deposit the money in there, and that's it. Let the money go in there. You put a money transfer way before when. Let the money go in there. Let that money sit. Let the guys get paid their money, and they're expecting certain money on certain dates. And that's it. You just make sure that the money's all there and you pay it. You have a budget. You pay the coaching staff. If you have to pay the players, you pay the players, and that's it. It's very simple. So why does the players not get paid? It's very insulting, very disgraceful. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It leaves a bad taste in the players' mouths. It leaves a bad taste in it lets people know that, hey, these Guardian people are not serious about business. How are you gonna hire a coach if he knows he's not gonna get paid?
That's true.
How are you gonna go get a European? Maybe that's why ex players don't want to deal with the FA.
Because they know the nonsense.
Yeah, once they finish, they just want to move on with their life because they're like, you know what? It's not worth the stress that I'm gonna put on myself for people who don't even appreciate my services and what I bring. Is not. It just doesn't add up. It doesn't make no sense. So I commend the players and all of them. And hey, if they don't want to listen, hey, even the coach, it makes me look at him differently. The fact that they haven't paid him and he's going back and forth to even coach these guys and the assistant, these guys could just walk off. They could
That's
say we're
true.
not paid yet. Walk off. They could. It's a human right. That's no longer a thing. That's a human rights problem now. You haven't paid the players. You haven't paid the coaching. That's illegal. That's unconstitutional in every book. Pay the people. You don't. You signed a deal. Pay them. It's not your money. These people act like as if they have some sort of exclusive amounts of money. It's not their money.
It's not.
It's pathetic, yo.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, all in all, they need to get their shit together. I think we don't need to have any more conversations on this because it's like hitting your head against a wall and you're not going to get shit done. The fact of the matter is, they need to throw away the whole football association and they need to get back to basics because shit ain't working. I'm your guy, GHN01 blogger. Follow me everywhere possible. Hashtag GHN01 blogger. We're definitely going to be coming back in less than 2 minutes. We're going to be having a conversation about Canada, the Canada national team in their World Cup qualifiers. I'll Selector, just plug in everything possible wherever they can follow you on social media, and then we can move on to the next conversation.
L Selector Show on Instagram, L Selector Show on Twitter, L Selector on YouTube, and L Selector Lifestyle and Finance on YouTube. Check me out there, and hope to hear from you guys soon. Hit the follow, hit the like and subscribe button for this video right here, and please definitely chime in on the comment sections. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to email my guy GNH number one's blogger live, and he'll break down everything that you need to know. And we'll be back.
Yep. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you in a few.